Our sharing power. Sharing refers to the sharing or division of power between various political parties and various sections of society. Power sharing in Belgium and Sri Lanka. Belgium, a small European country, has Dutch, French, and German-speaking populations. While 59% of the total population of the country live in the Flemish region and speak Dutch, the other 40% of the people live in the Wallonia region and speak French. In Brussels, the capital of Belgium, about 80% of the people speak French, while the remaining 20% speak Dutch. The minority French-speaking population was rich and powerful as they received the benefits of education quite late. This sparked tension between the two communities. However, this problem was solved by the political leaders of Belgium who wanted the people to coexist peacefully with one another. Some steps taken by the leaders were: it was decided that equal representation should be given to the French and Dutch belonging to both communities in the central government. State governments of both Flemish and Wallonia regions were given many powers. In Brussels, where the French were in majority, both communities were given equal representation. Community government at the local level was elected by one linguistic community despite them being in majority. This community government looked after educational and cultural related issues. These arrangements in Belgium were successful and avoided any kind of tension. This also negated any possibilities of the division of the country on linguistic lines. Sri Lanka became independent of colonial rule in 1948. There were two major communities, Sinhalese and Tamilians. The Sinhalese were in majority, and hence after being elected to power, the Sinhalese leaders followed a series of majoritarian policies in 1956 in order to ascertain the supremacy of their preferential positions and government jobs were given to the Sinhalese. All these measures led to dissent among the Tamilian community. We find that both Belgium and Sri Lanka dealt with the issue of power sharing, with the Tamilians demanding the formation of an independent Tamil state in the northern and eastern parts of Sri Lanka. The leaders respected the interests of both linguistic groups and avoided any possibilities of clashes among the Dutch and French-speaking communities. In Sri Lanka, however, the assertive policies of the majority community led to a civil war threatening the unity and integrity of the country. Need for power sharing. Power sharing is desirable because of two main reasons. They are prudential reason. It reduces any chances of conflicts between social groups. By avoiding conflicts, political stability and unity of the country can be maintained. Dictatorship of the majority community can be oppressive for the minority, and power sharing wrecks the majority community as well. Every section of community has the right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. Governance should be carried out keeping in mind the larger interests of each section of the community. Different forms of power sharing. In democracies, power is shared in various ways. These are a sharing of power among different organs of government. A government has three organs. Separation or division of power among the three organs ensures that no organ becomes too powerful. In such a system, one organ also keeps a check on the other organ of the government. This results in maintaining balance of power. For example, judges who are appointed by the executive can check the functioning of the executive or the legislature. The ministers are also responsible to the parliament. Power sharing among different levels of government. In a federal government, there are two main levels of government: the union, or the central government, and the state government. While the central government looks after the administration and law and order of the entire country as a whole, municipal corporations and village look after the administration, local units and law and order in their own states. Sharing of power among different social groups. Sharing of power among various social, linguistic, or ethnic communities. Representation given to the weaker sections of society and religious minorities in the government. Ensure the diversity and unity of the country. In India, the system of reserved constituencies in the assemblies and in the parliament is an example of power sharing among different social and ethnic groups.